everyone. I wanted to make a video out of this it's a really easy soak to make, but just to show you different ways that you can style it in jars. Soaks are great also in those little plastic bags you can get on Amazon. I know a lot of people use those for soaks as well. I personally use jars for them. I use this for a bath soak or for a foot fizzy soak. So I mix Epsom salt with SLSA or SCI, whatever you have. Both of them work. So I add that for a little bit of foam. And then I add some baking soda and some citric acid to give it that extra like kind of fizzy effect. I personally am a mom of 3 and I do all of my kids' feet. It's something that I've done for them from the time they were little, and I've just kind of continued to do throughout the years. It's like time that we personally as a family spend together. I kind of do it one-on-one with each of them. It introduces them to self-care and gives us time to just kind of spend together one-on-one. By all means, you do what works for your family. I'm just sharing that this is something that I have done with mine. So you can color this if you wanted to add a powdered colorant. By all means, you can do that. I'm going to show you, maybe I will do one of them a color. Okay, we'll do the first one white. And let me, before I open my big mouth and I don't have the color that I want, let me just double check here and see if I do. I'm gonna pause it so that you guys aren't waiting. Okay, I do have colors. So we'll do the first one, just plain. I have calendula petals, rose petals, and cornflower petals for decoration. I purchase all of my dried flowers. I don't try to dry them out myself just because you never really 100% know for sure that they are, or at least I don't with the equipment that I have, know that they're 100% dry. So I just personally don't risk it. These are so affordable to purchase and they last forever. So I do add fragrance. You could use essential oil. I personally don't, just because I like fragrance in this. When I do their feet and I use this as the soak, I do use a foot scrub in which I did the video. I am weighing this. You just can't see on the camera my scale as I add it. So I do use a foot scrub with this. And it's a cooling minty foot scrub. I made it on camera I think on Friday for you guys. So I'm just adding in the fragrance oil. I would suggest wearing a mask when you do this. The SCI is airborne, and so is the baking soda, and it does get up your nose. Okay, there we go. You can use any fragrance oil that you like. I used champagne toast for this, but I switch it up all the time. And this is something that I use on both my daughters and my sons. So the first one we style, I'm going to use the roses because the white I think goes well with the roses. These are for personal use. I usually don't wear gloves when I'm doing like the small batches for videos, just because I generally use the products that I make in the videos for myself. Okay, so I'm styling these in jars just to show you different ways that you can make your jars look pretty with a plain white soak like this. I know some people use ribbons and tie little scoops onto the side of the jars, which is a fantastic idea. I might need to make a little bit more. I made a 400-gram batch, but I might need to make more to do one with color for you guys. So I like rose petals because they look pretty in the jars, and they also look pretty in the foot bath. There we go. There we go. Okay. So you can, it's hard to see, but you can see like, looks pretty in the jars. I make sure to try to put the rose petals on the outside of the jars. Again, I use this personally, so you might want to do like a bigger jar for if you were selling them. These are just what I have on hand. Now, let me show you how we can do a blue version. Now, as you guys know, I am not a huge bath bomb maker or a soaper. I've learned to make soap in school, but I'm more of a formulator. These are just fun formulas that I do with my kids or for my own use. Now, I used a neon to color this because you need so little of it. Like that tiny little bit creates such a pretty color. And I will show you how this works once you like to use it. I will do a demonstration for you guys. Sorry, my mind is somewhere else today. I've got a really busy week this week, and now, some people don't like the dried flowers in their tubs. I find people don't mind in a foot bath, but some people definitely do not like them in their actual tubs. So if this is something that you were to sell, or our theme is Christmas gifts right now. You might want to include little tea bags, like bath bags, if somebody was to use this in their bath. I used fragrance oil for this because essential oils, when used in bath products, can cause irritation for people far more than a fragrance would. You can see it's starting to hopefully this will fill this one all the way up, but if it doesn't, then I'm sure you guys still get the idea of what I'm doing. I'm not using any of these dried flowers for the public. These are all for personal use or for photography uses, so that is why I am using my hands. Oh, I think we made it, guys. Okay, normally I would put like a little bit more Fizzies at the top, but I've run out. So you can see they're cute. They do look a lot nicer since I've got like that at the top. I'll just shake it. They do look really nice in bags, especially if you can get some like dried orange or dried lemons. I've seen people put lemongrass, whatever is aesthetically pleasing to you or that you think the person who you are gifting this to would like. I am just going to get a bowl with some water and show you how they work. Okay, so I put a little bit aside for the demonstration. And you can see it like fizzes automatically. You really don't need much. See how it like fizzes and foams? So I really like these for foot baths. You could use them for your actual bath as well. See, the more look at all that foam.